Hello again,
Ow.
hello. We're gonna be watching this artist tried everything to hide their AI tracing. I've noticed that's huge issue, especially like it gets brought to light a lot in the VTuber sphere, because you know artists make up what VTubers are. This is also possible because of artists. But you get a lot of bad actors in the scene. And even I myself have, what do you call it? I myself have encountered and unfortunately unknowingly worked with people who have used AI artwork, who've stolen my money. And I say stolen with confidence because, you know, you're deceiving people, you're lying to them and not being truthful. I think I've commissioned like hundreds of artists at this point. Luckily, out of all of them, I've only really encountered like I think max 5 people who I learned used AI. 4 or 5. Yeah, it's horrible. It's freaking horrible, guys.
Artist by the name of Koya for Arts, because they got caught tracing AI, and the way they got caught is wild. Okay, we'll just go into this. I'm gonna show you their art in a different way because
pupils look weird. I think she's wearing
pages,
eye
everything
contacts.
has been deactivated, gone. Okay,
Oh.
but this is an example of their artwork. You can see they make very chibi, very cutesy style art. They
Red
tend
panda.
to feature this red panda character a lot.
Red
in their
pandas are
artwork.
so cute.
So here's an example of their art. Another example of their art, the red panda with a frog. Another red panda kind of like frolicking through some mushroom forest. They also do chibi art as well. So
Okay.
if you look at their artwork, you know, their artwork has like a very chibi-esque style. But if you ever have seen AI chibi art, their artwork looks pretty similar. Here are some examples of AI generation for red panda chibis. Now,
You can
don't go
kind of
generate this
see
stuff on
it,
your own.
like,
This
in
is
the
already what
eyes and
Google pulled
stuff.
up. I'm only showing you this as an example to
Dude,
what
I
people
hate.
were saying.
Oh, this is a little side rant, but I hate when I try to search something up on YouTube and like 80% of it is just AI art. Oh, it pisses me off, dude. It pisses me off. I know there's a setting to like remove all the AI art. I just don't remember how to do it. It's so stupid and so annoying.
Because people were basically saying that their art resembles the AI chibi style a lot. And this is what the AI chibi style looks like, roughly. Again, we have to take into account the fact that with chibi art, whatever,
X
like
is full
any
of it
art
too.
in general,
Yeah, it
AI
sucks.
steals from human artists. So there is obviously a chance.
It sucks and it's like, it's scary because there's so much art I've seen on Twitter and stuff where I'm like, whoa, I really like this art. It's super nice. And only to find out it's AI. It's crazy how, like, you know, realistic it's getting. It's horrible.
A likelihood that a person actually made the artwork and AI stole from them, and then there's nothing you could do about it. One way that I could explain it is there was a Pokemon art contest where the artist was accused of using AI, but it's because the AI actually trained off the artist's work. So
the AI was trained off
so I
of
do
their
want us to take that into account. Now let's take a look at some videos of their art. We have here posted by Throw Away a Table or something like that, and the video is titled "More Evidence That Koya for Art Might Be Using AI." I'm gonna mute it. Basically, OP is stating that they have inconsistencies in their art style where some pieces do kind of look like they were drawn by a person. They have errors that were made.
It's also a little sus when the style other pieces that varies throughout the pieces.
Really clean, really good. And it's kind of like, oh, the inconsistency is kind of odd. So we can see here, and they have a screen recording of their page. So this is what their Instagram page looked like, obviously, before being gone. This is an example of their artwork. They made a piece by Mimikyu, another piece that they've made. So this is a red panda-esque piece. They made some boba artwork. And what OP was also pointing out is the fact that in their old artwork, they tend to use a lot of this like shine. You can see
that,
here,
like,
this
shading
bear also has that sort of like shine, highlighting detailing. And then for all the red panda pieces, or almost all of them, they basically have a very different art style. That shine is completely gone. The way they render is very differently. And again, look, people can change their art style. Just because you used to draw with like a heavy highlight and you suddenly don't, doesn't mean 100%. You used AI. But it's just suspicious that it's mainly only
so inconsistent and it changes.
Because you can see here, it reappears again. So that's what OP was saying. Here we have another person by the name of Paw Girl Mimi, who posted this video that says Koya for art doesn't trace AI in quotes. So one is the hands being wonky. The fingers
Wait,
are
what
most
the
definitely
fuck?
very wonky here. Again,
I
if
just
we
noticed
give
the
benefit of
hands.
doubt, potentially some people.
Yeah, I feel like the hands are always like a huge fucking huge red flag when it comes to AI art. I don't know how much longer you're gonna go, but I'm gonna go shower and grab dinner so if I don't catch sand. Thank you, lovers, lovers, lovers. Mwah. Have a good one. Probably gonna go for like another hour or so.
Artists, everybody messes up hands. That's totally
Or the
normal. If you
fingernails?
trace
Not
AI,
every
you
artist
might not have
includes
any knowledge of
fingernails.
how hands are supposed to look like, and you heavily rely on tracing AI. So therefore, when AI draws hands all fucked up, you will too, because you were tracing. Here we have another piece where again the hand
What
looks
the
really
hell?
wonky. As in this finger
Look.
and the thumb are really close
Look
together.
how
Again,
wide
we
that
could give benefit of doubt. Maybe
hand
they're
is.
just
That's
bad with drawing hands,
crazy.
right? Let's continue looking at their other art. They also do these human chibi styles. And here, one thing they're indicating that could be traced AI is the odd neck, as in the line art. It probably is really thick here, but really thin here. This one, I would say, is pretty... Again, kind of benefit of doubt. People draw with different varying line weights. Here we have the red panda again, more indication that it's traced AI. So a lot of people were feeling like it was traced AI. You could argue it's circumstantial. It's kind of like this looks a bit suspicious, but maybe
But you don't know. There's
doubt,
no
right?
evidence.
There's more because, oh boy, a bunch of people then started calling Koya out, making example videos on how it could have been traced. So here we have a TikTok user by the name of Crispy Taters. The caption reads, "How do those AI tracing videos look to an artist?" Now, you can kind of see the meme is that, oh, they drew a sketch so that it looks normal enough because
I heard
look,
that
I
in
made a sketch,
Procreate
and now
you
I'm
can
drawing
hide a
based off of the
specific layer
sketch.
from
So
like
of course
the
I didn't trace it.
If you guys didn't know, in certain like drawing applications you can hide a specific layer. So when you have the time-lapse video, that's why even time-lapse videos sometimes can't be trusted. It'll show the time-lapse, but it'll not show that specific layer. So if you're tracing something, she'll probably show you, but it just looks like, oh, they just regularly
AI
drew
because
it.
yeah, I made a sketch. Yeah, I just did some line art, of course. Right? And this video is kind of memeing on that. This is what makes it suspicious. They're kind of blocking in everything. And this is Koya's art process. Now, obviously, this is not Koya's video, but before Koya deleted their videos, which I should have saved, man, but I was traveling, so I was busy. They draw like this. So they will draw like a cutout of where the shadow should be, and then they would color the cutout in afterwards.
Yeah, that's
with
not
the shadow,
really how
which
artists draw.
Some people do draw like that. You rarely find people draw like that, though. Very, very, very rare.
Yeah,
not impossible.
that's
Here we have
very
another
true,
video by
actually.
TikTok user floppy flop 0.
Really
Caption,
weird
"Proof
way
that
to
Koya for art
shade
uses AI."
and
And here,
render.
okay, I think I probably should have showed this video first, but this is an example of Koya's old speed paints.
Oh.
Can we see that? We can back this up. Look at how they draw in the eyes and the mouth. If you were to draw like that, where it's like an outline, you would have to redo it over and over and over again, no? Like, you don't get it perfectly on the first
Yeah,
time.
dude. Oh my god, when I used to do art myself, pretty like last year or 1 or 2 years ago, dude, I would have to like redo the same line, the same curve like 50 billion times.
Get lucky, and a couple of elements, like
No
maybe
way
one
you
eye
can
is
just
perfect on the first try. You
get
get lucky
it
with that.
first
Not
try all the
everything.
time.
Like, look at how they draw the mouth. How do they even do the frog
Huh?
sketch? They draw an oval, and then immediately everything else of the frog is just perfect. Now, some people might argue, oh, it's a chibi style, so it's like simpler to draw. Personally, as somebody who does draw the chibi style, you do gotta redo it a couple times. You
Yeah.
might get lucky first attempt for like a face, but I don't know. Not like everything. I think this is interesting. You see how they draw the handle for the umbrella? It kind of looks like they traced initially to draw the umbrella handle and then realized, wait, it doesn't look right, and they had to redo it. So here's a new speed paint that they made, okay? Look at the speed paint. They draw in a sketch, then they do another sketch to like fake it. For some reason, they raised the sketch up a little bit, but didn't raise the original sketch. And then, wait, I'm so confused as to what's happening here. They made a sketch, and then another sketch, and then they made a third sketch that looks really different from the
hell?
first two, but closer to how the AI art piece would look like. And then they refined the sketch again. Dude, nobody sketches like this.
What
Like,
the
normally when you
hell?
sketch, you like
That makes no
refine the sketch
sense.
afterwards, but you can still see the essence of the original sketch. This looks like they drew 4 different sketches slightly on
Yeah,
top
it
of
looks
each
like
other
4
in
different
slightly different locations.
artworks.
And then suddenly the face becomes super different again. The caption reads, "They know how to draw, they just choose to fake the AI ones as their own." No hate to this person, they're clearly insecure about their art and resort to faking that they draw AI images so that they can feel better about their own art. And then here is another user.
Yeah.
This is Party Shrimp talking about this, where the video caption reads, "Yes, this is AI, just not the way you think." Here you can see some more examples of Koya's artwork.
Completely
Again,
different
bottom left,
styles.
we have that red
Like,
panda
hold on, let
walking
me move
through
out of the way.
the mushrooms. But as you can see, some of the pieces look quite suspicious, especially this dog one looks very AI. So Party Shrimp writes, "I'll be using Koya's art in quotes because it's a great example." So here we have the wedding piece with the red panda and a panda. At first glance, this
Okay.
looks exactly like AI. But when you look closer, it looks human. The line art is wobbly and the colors make sense. As you can see here again, yeah,
Okay.
some of the line art isn't quite even, right? They have thin line art here, it gets a little thicker here. The
Yeah,
caption
but
reads,
that's
"It's still
pretty
AI."
normal
I pulled
between
this image from
pieces.
Google and I'm going to show you how I think Koya does this. It's easy to trace over the drawing and then add in a sketch layer when people ask for proof. Where I think they fool people though is with the coloring. Some AI tracers actually have a bit of skill they use when getting their coloring stage. That and the clean line art is what makes people confused. They can use this for proof by showing speed paints and layers. And here we have examples of some art
Yeah,
layers.
and they'll hide
What makes the deception
specific
harder to
layers.
spot is because a human is actively checking for indicators that it's AI and removing them. So some indications it's AI is the really yellowy tint. If you guys don't know, a lot of AI generated pieces make the art very yellow. Weird hair, strange body
Oh.
proportions.
I did not know that actually. But yeah, that's another thing. If like someone's tracing the art, it could be a little harder to indicate if it is AI because they'll be like, "Oh, well, this arm right here looks weird, so I'm gonna fix it because that's an obvious AI mistake."
Whereas
you know?
with the faked
Or
hands
like
on
hair.
piece, you can change elements to make it look more normal. Like, you know, not picking a lot of yellow colors, for instance, altering hands so that you add 1 extra finger. This hand has 4, but you can draw in 5 fingers. So other things to look for are composition, misconstrued line perspectives, hands, and eyes. And they add, "Thanks for reading, guys. AI is bad."
AI
we have
bad.
the
Yes.
nail in the coffin, guys.
AI
If
art's
you were
bad.
skeptical
No
up until
good.
this point, let's take a look at this. So
Oh.
from my knowledge, and I could be wrong because they've wiped everything, they had a VGen where they were offering commissions to draw a chibi version of you.
Okay,
and this
let's
is
see.
a speed paint they uploaded of an art piece. Don't send hate to the person. They likely had absolutely no idea. Whoa! Whoa, guys.
What the fuck? Oh, she fucking exposed herself, dude.
What was that? What was this that we just saw here?
Why is there fully completed artwork under it?
And the caption reads, quote, "Koya doesn't trace over AI images," end quote. And also this was posted by ShareBB. What is that in the background? Could this be an AI image they were tracing that they forgot to edit out of their
Oh my
boy.
god.
So, if you were skeptical
It's
up
over
until this
for them,
point,
dude.
They were caught red-handed.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like up to that point you could have been spectacle. And you could have been like, nah, they're just good. They're just good. People are just being haters, but then it's over for them. You're not saving
with
your
the
ass.
piece in their speed paint. And as a result, on VGen, they were suspended for violating VGen's terms and policies. They've deactivated across the board on all of their social media pages. This one is honestly so wild because they tried everything under the sun to make it look like they legitimately drew their pieces. They tried everything.
Only to fucking
They tried
expose
faking
themselves
speed
in the
paints.
end.
They mixed it in with their actual artwork so that maybe you get a little confused, etc. And that's the end of that. Don't send hate to them. It's just absolutely wild that this situation, very up for debate up until this point, led to this conclusion.
I know. Oh, think of the lyrics. It's crazy that up until that point, all that happened was them making a little oopsies, expose themselves.